everyone! I'm going to show you how to crochet an oval piece out of a foundation chain. So the pattern I'm using is going to start with a beginning chain of 7 stitches, and this is how big the oval is, as you can see here after 2 rounds. But if your pattern calls for a different length of chain at the beginning, that's totally fine. It'll work the same, but I'm just going to use 7 to start. So once we finish the first 2 rounds to set up the oval, you can just continue crocheting along the pattern and it won't require any different techniques to maintain the oval shape. So to start off, I'm going to chain 7. So to chain 7, we're going to make a slip knot as usual. Insert the hook into the loop and then chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So if we count, you can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 chains. The loop that my hook is currently on does not count as a chain. So the first official round of the oval usually says to insert your hook into the second chain from the hook. So where is the second chain? So because we already established that the loop on the hook is on does not count as a chain, that means this is the first chain from the hook. So this stitch is the second chain from the hook. So I'm just going to count 1, 2, and insert my hook into the second chain from the hook, and it's okay if I just go into the first loop. I don't need to go through both, just stick it through the middle, and then I'm going to single crochet. So now your work should look like this. So we're going to keep single crocheting across the chain as like usual, and so that means I'm going to work into this chain next and just single crochet in there. And so because our chain was 7 stitches total and we started from the second chain from the hook, that means we're going to single crochet 6 stitches across to get to the last stitch. So I'm almost there, and in the last stitch it's going to be the one where the slip knot is in. So it might look a little weird, but that's okay. So now that we've gotten to the end of the row, it should look like this with the chain on the bottom and then the single crochet stitches on top. What you're going to do now is you're going to turn the work around so that now the chains are on top, and you're going to just work across all 6 chains again. And so the first stitch will actually be the same hole, which is the very last chain at the end. And when you're going this way, you're going to insert your hook into the same hole again and then do another single crochet. So there are actually 2 single crochets in that last stitch, because if you think about it, you went across 6, and then to go across 6 again, you're going to have to start over in that first stitch. So I've just done the first one, and then I'm going to continue working across so that I single crochet 6 stitches across again. So in this way, we've actually worked across both sides of the chain, of the foundation chain, which will give us that nice oval shape. So this is my last chain. So now I've worked 6 stitches on this side and also 6 stitches on this side. So you can count them and we'll have 12 total. So this is the first round of the oval, and actually we finished doing all the setup that you'll need to, but I'm going to keep demonstrating one more round just to make it super clear. So after this first round, like usual, we'll use a stitch marker to mark the last stitch in the round. So I'm just going to insert the stitch marker into the last stitch that I just created, and so that will mark the end of round 1. The second round of my pattern tells me to increase into each stitch, but you can follow the second round of your pattern and do whatever it tells you to. So because this is the second round and we're kind of joining the round, The first stitch of the next round will be a little weird, but this actually is the first stitch, even though it looks like it's kind of sticking up. So I'm just going to increase. And then I'm actually just going to increase into every single stitch all around until I get to that last stitch. Just like usual, nothing fancy here. Alright, so I've just gone to the last stitch, so I'm going to take my stitch marker out like usual and just work that last increase there. And now we've finished the second round and we've successfully set up our oval that we've created from a foundation chain. So as you can see, this piece looks just like the one I made earlier to demonstrate. And so from here on, this will be basically the same as if you had started an amigurumi piece like normal, working from a magic circle like usual. And it's just that it will look like an oval, and that's how you start it. I hope this is helpful, and thank you so much for watching.